Before there were cities, skyscrapers, or even written language, there were stones. Long before concrete and steel, ancient hands carved, stacked, and shaped the world around them, out of earth, wood, bone, and stone. This is Ancient Foundations, a series exploring the origins of architecture and art, from the mists of prehistory to the rise of the first civilizations. In this journey, we'll uncover how early humans expressed belief, identity, and survival through sacred monuments, burial mounds, cave sanctuaries, and celestial alignments. Each episode will visit the silent witnesses of deep time, the places where stories were etched before they were ever written. And we begin, where all stories begin, in prehistoric Europe. Europe, 10,000 years ago. No cities, no kings, no written laws. But humans were building, and building big. Megaliths, tombs, sacred spaces. These are the earliest architectural statements of prehistoric Europe, not built for comfort, but for meaning. Prehistoric architecture refers to human-made structures built before the invention of writing, before recorded history. Unlike the grand palaces of Egypt or the temples of Greece, these structures were often modest, but their purpose was profound. They were used for ritual, burial, cosmic alignment, or community gatherings. They were often built with local materials: wood, clay, thatch, and stone. And while few wooden homes remain, stone monuments have survived the ages. Perhaps the most iconic of them all, Stonehenge. Built in phases from around 3000 to 2000 BCE, Stonehenge stands on England's Salisbury Plain. The outer circle, made of sarsen stones, was carefully aligned with the summer and winter solstices. Moving stones weighing up to 25 tons over 200 kilometers, without wheels, suggests a shared effort across generations. A temple, a burial ground, a calendar, likely all three. South of Britain, in Brittany, France, lie the Carnac Stones, a vast field of over 3,000 standing stones arranged in rows and clusters. They were raised as early as 4,500 BCE, making them older than Stonehenge or the pyramids of Egypt. Their alignment and spacing may reflect solar or lunar cycles, or map ancestral territories. Each stone may have been a marker of memory, a monument for the living and the dead. In the Netherlands and northern Germany we find dolmens, or as the Dutch call them, hunebedden. These are Neolithic burial chambers made of upright stones supporting large capstones. They were often covered with soil to form small hills. The people who built them lived in farming communities and believed strongly in honoring the dead. These dolmens are among the oldest surviving buildings in Europe, and they still stand today. Why would people with no cities or metal tools build such massive structures? The answer lies in community, cosmos, and connection. These monuments help people understand time and space, marking seasons, sunrises, and solstices. They gave form to spiritual beliefs, to death, and to the unknown. And they bound communities together, requiring planning, cooperation, and perhaps even ceremony. Techniques included ropes, sleds, wooden rollers, and deep knowledge of the land. Prehistoric people were not primitive, they were deeply observant, skilled, and visionary. What these early builders left behind were not just structures, but symbols of their worldviews, their fears, their hopes, carved into stone. Prehistoric architecture shows us that the desire to build, to commune, and to remember is as old as humanity itself. These monuments, weathered by time but still standing, are our first architecture. They laid the foundation, quite literally, for everything that came next. In our next episode, we'll journey to the Nile Valley, where prehistoric ideas take form in temples of eternity, the architecture of ancient Egypt.